Hey, everybody. It's hump day. It's 7 p.m. And when you get here, say hi so I know you're here. Um, so last week I kind of forgot to introduce myself. My name is Susann, and I am a psychic medium in Denver. I should stop bouncing. And so evidential psychic medium. So what that means is I bring through evidence of your loved ones in spirit as well as what's going on in your life today. I'm also a soul reader. Hi, Bree. And tonight I'm going to be answering all kinds of questions, psychic mediumship, psychic questions, anything about development, for developing mediums and psychics, and any kind of, and I will tell you that if I get a hit, like I might read your question, and if the answer comes to me pretty quick, I'm pretty confident that it's the answer. But if something doesn't come to me, I'll tell you I'm not getting anything. I have at least 20 questions. I'm ready for you, Michael. So yeah. And then after I do some the Q&A, I'm going to go ahead and do some mediumship readings. I already did my sketches for the night, so I'm super excited. This lady here is super interesting. So I'm really, she's just right here, and I'm just really ready to talk to her, but I'm going to let her wait just a little bit longer. And then I have cards. We're going to pull cards at the very end. So you got to hang out. Yeah. So thank you guys, everybody, for being here. Let's see here. I got Bree. Hi, Bree. Hi, Heather. Diane, Trish, Jess, Virginia, Kelly, Leah. Hi, Leah. It's good to see you guys. So, yeah, get started. You got some questions? Shoot them at me. Well, shoot them at me. But we're also putting up. Marion, you're in the hospital. How are you feeling? Oh, bummer. So we're also putting up the link to join me here in the studio. So if you to join me in the studio, or for me to put you on here with me, you have to be willing to put your face on, so we can talk. So you have to put your camera on. Hi, Nicole. Okay, painful. Oh, I bet. Yeah, I love doing my sketches. So before I do any readings, I just sketch, what comes. And it's so funny because I just kind of let things flow. The words flow. I'll get, like the other day, I wrote down a few months, like August, September, and that I just kept writing it over and over again. And it was so funny because in my reading, I was like, oh, September, it's your birthday. She's like, yeah. And yeah, so it's cool because if you just kind of empty your mind and let that information flow, it just comes. So I love doing that. Hi, Ricky. And you're worried about your future. I'm sorry. Don't worry. There's nothing you can do about it. It's going to be here whether you like it or not. Worried about rehab. Marianne is worried about rehab. Bree, anything from me? You guys have to ask me more specific questions. Hi, Connie. It's good to see you. Hi, Michelle. Yes, and Ryan Jacobazi has joined, but their device is not connected. So I don't know what that is. They're just in the studio here. How do I put my camera on? I don't know. It depends on what device you're watching me on. So if you're on your computer or if you're on the phone or whatever, I don't know. I can't tell you. All right. So, so this is an interesting question because, like I said, I was scrolling down and it attracted my attention. So I'm going to answer it. So Diane asked, how is my son's mental state going? It's funny because I almost feel like there are bouts of, I feel like waves. So I feel like it goes really well for a little bit, and then it takes a dip, and it goes really well, and then it goes dip down, way down farther, and then it comes right back up. So I feel like he's still a little bit unsteady, but I think there's progress being made. So it'll start being more consistent where those highs will start staying high. The thing about it is that he has to do what he is being told to do, because I don't think he's listening. But as long as he does what he's supposed to, I think it's going to get better and better. So I hope that helps. Yeah. So Michelle, do you see my business growing more this year? Um, I think you need to focus a little bit more on exactly what your mission is and kind of focus in and because I feel like your energy is spread a little bit. So I don't know why I'm talking with my hands, but I do feel like you need to maybe to narrow your focuses a little bit more, be more detail oriented perhaps, but I feel good about it. Okay, so these kind of questions, Lauren's asking me if her father-in-law has recently diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and I'm so sorry to hear that. That's terrible. Can you see how long he will live for? This is a kind of question, and the reason that I brought it up is not necessarily that I know those answers because I don't. I don't know how long people are going to live, or if I do a mediumship reading and let's say his dad, for instance, comes through tonight and then they might say something, but I don't know those answers for how long people are going to live. I'll get that information from spirit. So when I connect, maybe one of your relatives will come through and answer that for us, but I don't have that answer. And maybe because I don't know, it's just kind of hard to answer that, right? Um, but thank you for your question, Lauren, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's terrible. I have an ex-boyfriend that is trying to come back into my life. What? I don't know if I should let him in. What are you thinking about it? I think it's all about trust, and I think you need to build up the trust first with him. I think you should take your time. Um, so do it slowly. Okay, must be. I must be a little. I must. I don't know. Yeah, I must be. This is my first live stream. Woohoo! I didn't know if I had to go into StreamYard or not. Oh, I've had a soul mediumship reading with you, and I've been meaning to watch your live stream. Oh, sweet. Well, I'm glad you're here. You must have liked it, otherwise you wouldn't show up. But I'm so glad you're here, Ryan. I thought I recognized your name. It's good to have you. Yeah, if you got some questions, just shoot them out to me. Not sure if there was a reason I saw the reminder for your live stream today after following you on everything recently. I love that. And see, guys, follow me everywhere. Come on. Um, you're welcome, Trish. All right, let me scroll around here and see if I missed anything. Bree, she's asking about work. Work? Just random work. So I will say everything is pretty much status quo. I'm not feeling any huge big changes for you. So I feel pretty status quo. I don't know if that's what you want to hear, but that's what it feels like. Okay. Okay, so hold on a second. Stephanie Medina, I literally don't know what to say. My family has referred you to me for a while. I don't know what I'm even doing here. Well, I'm glad you're here, and I hope that you just hang out. And if you think of anything you would like to ask me, you just ask away. But I'm glad you're here. All right, let's see here. Oh, Jen, I'm so sorry. That's tough. When it doesn't matter how old you are, but when you lose your mom, it's like, gosh, I'm an orphan now, even though, we're all adults. And I'm so sorry for your loss. And maybe she'll pop in, here a little bit later when I start doing readings. But I'm glad you're here, and I'm so sorry for your loss. And Ryan, he says, I've been seeing a lot of angel numbers recently, 222, 333, 444, wondering what that might be. It's so interesting because I think when we have spirit helpers, they often send us signs and symbols, and a lot of that is that 222, 555, 111. So my mom will always send me ones. It'll be 111, it'll be 1111 or 111, and it's fun to have that have that recognition with her, because before she died, she was in hospice, of course, and they had tried to serve her lunch, and she woke up and it was 12:34. My mom was a bit of a gambler, and she would go up to the casinos quite a lot, and so she saw the 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock, and she said, "Well, I can't eat lunch. It's a straight. I can't eat on a straight." And so, hospice is, everybody's kind of loopy there when they're there, but super funny. And so the next day it was like 11:11. I said, "Mom, what time is it now?" She goes, "Oh, it's Aces High." And so every time I see the 111 now, it's Aces High, and I know it's my mom. And for whatever reason, my eyes go right to the clock when it's 11:11 or 1:11. It's so crazy. And so you have to, I guess I'm babbling, Ryan, but I would tell you it's super fun to look up on the computer what each meaning is. So Google like angel numbers and get their meaning, and then try to see which one you see more often. And then you would be able to really understand the message, or possibly even who it's coming from. So, and also just pay attention to those, how often your mind is turned to it, because um, I do believe in all the angel numbers. I do believe in numerology, and I love all of that. So yeah, it would be a really fun trail for you to follow, to find out what all the fives mean, what all the twos mean, what all the threes mean, and take that little journey, because it's super fun. Um, okay, so thank you, Ryan. Well, hello, Michael Christopher, evidential medium. Someone said you had the potential to mean, the cat's out of the bag, sir. Your little title here says evidential medium. I think you're being a bit sassy. So, you know what? I'd hang it up. I'd just hang it up, leave it for someone else to do. uh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. He's a fine medium. Let's see here. So this is a great question too, and it's from Lauren again. And she said, "I would love to know if my uncle and grandfather will be there for my grandma when she passes." I will tell you that so when we're expecting a baby here on earth, everybody is super excited, right? We're like, when's the due date? We're buying baby clothes, we're getting the baby crib, we're just so excited for their arrival. And they do the same thing in spirit. So when we pass away, we have a group of our family and our soul family to greet us and to celebrate us, because they're doing the exact same thing up there. They're so excited for us to come back home. So your question is, to the answer to your question is, absolutely they'll be there. Absolutely. And I wouldn't even be surprised if they aren't already surrounding us all the time, and know when that's going to happen. So absolutely. Okay, so this is dang, I thought this was my profile page. Oh, see? Come on, dude. Let's see here. Kendra, I'm sorry. I have thought more about moving, making a job change, and changing schools for my kids. That's a lot. My question is, should I read more into these thoughts, or is it soon, or is this a soon to be 40 midlife crisis? Oh, um, you know, it's interesting because you're bringing up all these big changes, right? And so we're really looking at your root chakra. And I know I'm going off your question a little bit, but so whenever we're talking about moving or making job changes or anything to do with our security and our safety here on earth, we are really engaging in that root chakra energy. So there must be something kind of unsettled in your spirit, or unsettled in that root chakra, that kind of is like, okay, it's ready to go. We're ready to go. We're ready to move. And maybe it's just about investigating why that need to leave, or why that need to move, why that need for action, and maybe kind of do a little digging into yourself as to what the reasons are that you would want to be making these pretty big changes, especially for your kids. So I think I would investigate that a little bit, and just see what that's about. I honestly, psychically, I don't see a moving anytime soon, but I see it being like an unsettledness in your heart. So I would just sit with that a little bit, maybe do a little meditation around it, some journaling around it, and kind of go in that direction. So I know that's not much help, but I hope it helped a little. Okay. Let's see here. Hey there. Hi, Tika. Hi, Virginia. Worried about money? I know. Hi, Pat. Hi, Carla. All right, I'm going to go up to this question. Dun, dun, dun. So, worried about money. So, here's the thing about worrying. And this is, my mother was, she wasn't Jewish, but she, there's the Jewish mamas and Italian mamas, and well, maybe mamas all in general have a reputation for being worriers, right? And here's the thing, it doesn't do us any good. It doesn't do us any good. Change your mindset to I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to feel that abundance. I'm ready for success. I'm ready for that money to be rolling in. Because when we worry about something, we have a tendency to manifest it, right? So if you're always saying always, never, can't, I don't have any money, I'll never have any money, I'm never going to be rich, then you've got this little secretary in the back of your brain going, right, never going to be rich. Got it. Wrote it down. It's firm. You're never going to be rich. So we need to eliminate that. We need to eliminate the worry. And I will tell you that it doesn't do any good. It makes you sick, probably gives you stomach aches, probably can't sleep at night, all for naught, because we have no control over the future. So I would just change my mindset if I can, try to. I know it's difficult, but dip into that abundance that you have and that gratitude that you carry. Dip into that and do what you need to do. Yeah, to just think more positively about things. Because worrying isn't going to help. I'm sorry, Virginia, though. I worry about money too. I have had times in my life when I didn't have much, so I get it. So I don't really like relationship questions. So like, am I going to meet the one? Am I going to marry this one? I kind of stay away from those because it's kind of cliche, but until you love yourself, you really, and you know and here's the thing, people get mad when they say, well, when you love yourself, well, here's the thing, you're very lovable the way you are, and you shouldn't need to change for anybody. That's not what I mean. What I mean is when you have the self-confidence to go out there and know what you want, get what you want, you don't have that question anymore. Like, that's the person I want. That's the person I need. He's going to fulfill me or she's going to fulfill me, and move on with it. So when you have those doubts, when you're wishy-washy, it's like, I don't know, then you know what, needs to maybe look inward and maybe not at someone else to make you happy. So I kind of steer away from those questions. Hi, Lauren. All right, let's see here. So I have a couple of people that are in the queue. Every day, sometimes several times a day. Hi, the bird. Who's the bird? The bird was here last week. All right, so I am going to bring on Miss Trish. Trish, are you ready to come on? It's me, Robin. Oh, hi, Robin. Hi, Kim. I'm so glad you're here. I love my peeps. Hi, Catherine. All right, Trish, you ready? Hi, Trish. Oh, she's got her mic off.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? How are you tonight? You doing good? Where are you? It's
I'm in
sunny.
Arizona.
Oh, that's why it's so sunny there. That's nice. So what can I do for you this evening?
I was just wondering if you were getting anything or any loved one.
Oh, so you're here for some mediumship. Well, here's the thing. I will be doing mediumship in just a little bit. So hang in there. I'll keep you in the queue, and if something comes up for you, just hop back on, okay?
Sounds great.
All right, perfect. All right. All right, so let's move to this question. Question from Carla. Do you know what the connection of the number 918 has for me? I see this number every day, sometimes several times a day. Who is reaching out to me from heaven? I'm sorry, I don't mean to giggle. I'm not laughing at you. I think that I just like I don't know. Sometimes I think, well, because I'm a medium, I just, oh, it's Uncle Fred. I don't know. So, but let me sit with that for just a minute. I almost feel like this is mom energy. So I don't know if this is a number that's associated with mom or grandmother, but that's kind of what I'm feeling when I get a female energy with this. So, um, I would go for mom, or I would go for grandmother with the 918. So think about the numbers and if they resonate with any of the women in your family that are passed, but it feels female to me. So I don't know if that helps. Sorry guys, I'm in a weird mood. Let's see here. Kelly, I recently came across a charm in my moving boxes. Ooh, this is karma. I couldn't seem to leave it alone. I've been reading about it, the Western and the Eastern meaning of it, and the misconception of, I don't know. Didn't she cut? Oh, and the just of, that's it. Okay. Seems to leave it alone. I've been reading about it. So, you found it in your moving boxes, and this is karma. Okay, so I see what you're saying. Okay, so I think that's super cool, and I would kind of give you the same advice that I gave the person with all the angel numbers, because it would be a super fun journey just for you to even just like look into that and dive deep into what are the meanings, do they resonate with me, did I find this for a reason, who did it belong to, and you might actually be able to figure that out on your own, just by what it feels like, and the thing, what is that called? Oh, what is it when you hold it in your hand and you get energy from it? What's it called? It's slipping my mind. But so when you can receive energy off of an object, you're basically like doing that energy reading, just like if it were, so I do this sometimes in homes. Like if we're in an old home or something, I can put my hand on the wall and I can see memories and I can feel energy and the things that have passed. So it's very similar to like holding that object in your hand. See what you feel with it. Like, does it make you happy? Does it make you sad? Do you feel a connection to, you feel like a gender with it? Yeah. So I would invite you to kind of dip into that and see where that takes you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So that makes sense, Pat. It makes sense. I would think that's sister too, because it felt very female to me, and it felt yeah. And if the numbers maybe resonate somewhere in her life, or like, oh, September's her birthday, or January's her 18th. So I would kind of, or that's her anniversary of her passing. Like I would maybe, go with that. Psychometry. Thank you, sir. Michael, I thought you weren't a medium, sir. But he's a good helper. Stop copying me, Jess. Yeah, you too. Stop copying. So yeah, so when you can, hi Lisa. So when you can just kind of, and it's fun, especially if you are like a developing medium or psychic or even an energy worker, to start experimenting with how things make you feel. So a lot of people, in their beginning stages of figuring out, am I gifted? Am I weird? Am I sensitive? What am I? It's good to start kind of doing things that you wouldn't normally guess. The color shirt the guy's gonna wear at work tomorrow. How many pieces of mail am I gonna get today? How, what does this feel like? And write things down and journal about them. And see where that takes you, because your soul knows what you're supposed to be doing here, and if you open up some doors that you haven't opened before, and just start playing with it, you learn a lot about yourself. Okay. Jess was the winner. Oh my gosh, 9/18 is her birthday. What? I told you. I like my new microphone. He's always happy to see me. So do any of you watch the Nuggets at all? Anybody? Anybody watch the Nuggets? Yes. Okay. Anybody else? So my microphone, Kaz and I are naming the microphone because he just has such a large presence. And his name is Jamal. So if anybody's a Nuggets fan, yeah, it's a Yeti mic. It's my friend Jamal. Named after the best nugget ever. Okay, let's see here. It's going back to questions, and then I'm going to do some mediumship. Oh, there was one I wanted to, okay. All right. I love this, Diane. And the reason I love it is because my mom wore bobby pins all the time. And it was almost like they reproduced themselves. Like they'd fall on the ground and then suddenly you'd have 20 of them instead of just 2 of them. And it's funny because they also remind me of my mom. And I would venture to say that because I'm reading this and because that's what came to my mind, I would say it's probably for your mama. That's what I'm thinking. I'd love some mediumship. Can someone post the StreamYard link again? Absolutely. Miss Kaza can do it for me. Let's see here. There was another question I went by and I wanted to answer it, and then I'll go to mediumship. You guys ready for mediumship? So if you can take all of the information, I would really appreciate you to hop into the queue. So I can read you face to face instead of doing it this way because it's super hard. Cameras on when please. Yeah. So when you're joining me here, please turn on your camera. Lauren, everybody's ready. Okay. Nobody said they knew what Jamal Murphy. Nobody said they knew him. I'm just really disappointed. Anyway, if I said it was Joker's mic, you would say, "Oh, I know who he is," because he is the MVP. And yes, I'm a huge Nuggets fan. Hi, Sue. I wanted to ask if you could see me moving to a new state. Yes, actually, Catherine, I do see you moving. I can't confirm that it's a new state, but I think it's a pretty big move. So, and I saw it immediately. So I see a lot of driving. I don't know if that makes sense for you, but yeah, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be very long. Okay. All right. So, oh, well, it's not exactly what we wanted, is it, Lauren? But I guess it'll do. Let's see here. All right. So mediumship. You guys ready? You said you were ready, right? So I know, like I said a little bit ago, I do sketches of the people, and I'm not an artist, but I kind of doodle and kind of write down my thoughts and stuff. And I have this woman here that I have to bring through. She has pretty curly hair, and that's the first thing I noticed about her. She's a heavy smoker, or she was a heavy smoker, and because her voice is raspy when she speaks, and she feels like she has COPD or some heavier lung issues, maybe even esophagus. And I want to say I just heard 78 loud as a day. I feel like she's 78. I would say 1 or 2 years either before or after 78 years old. I do know that she's a grandmother. I do know that she's a mother. I feel like somebody is here waiting for her to come. So, does this resonate with anyone? And I don't feel like she's been gone that long. I don't feel like she's been gone that long. I feel like people are looking for her. Do anybody understand this? I think she might have like a reddish brown hair. I'm not completely sure. She's not very big. She has kind of a spicy attitude. She's very right here. She's very upfront here with me. She also has a sense of humor. So, okay, the studio is full. So anybody in the studio can take this information. Trish can take it. Hi, Trish. So is this your mom, Trish?
Sounds like my mom.
Oh my God, because she is all about it's like, well, they're waiting for me. is what
I
I'm hearing. You would understand everything about that, what I shared with you?
it does.
Yeah. And she has not been gone that long. You would understand
Mm,
this? Okay.
2022.
Okay. She talks about how you are still thinking about her quite a bit, or you're
Yes.
still talking to her quite a bit. And she said that she talks about um, her life not being that easy. Would you understand this?
Very.
I almost feel like there are times when I don't have enough. Would you understand this? 'Cause
Always.
she's like, "I had to make do with what I had. I had to make do." And she's a fighter, like, she's a survivor. She went through a lot. She says that, at times she could be kind of abrupt with people. Would you understand this?
Very.
And she says that, there's a sense of wanting me to tell you that, she's sorry because at times she wasn't always very nice to you. Do you understand this, Trish?
Yes.
She says that, she says you were kind of suffering now from her words years ago. Would you understand this?
Yes.
And this is so important for her to come through tonight because she's like, "I need to tell her how much I love her and how sorry I am and how
Mhm.
deserving she is because she doesn't realize how wonderful of a person she is because of my words." Do you understand this message?
I do.
She says that you still have some of her trinkets or things around the house. Like, I feel
Yes.
like you have little collect so my aunt collected little ducks, and this is just what I'm seeing. I don't know if they're ducks, but I just see, like, this little junky things around the house that she said you still have a few of those. You would understand? Yeah.
Everything.
Everything. Yep,
I
everything.
have of hers.
Oh, that's so funny because I feel like, I almost feel like it's almost surrounding you or you have a it's like everywhere you look or you look and, "Oh, that's my mom," or, "That was my mom. She got this here." And it's kind of like, it's kind of mishmash stuff where it's kinda doesn't all go together, you know? It's like I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but, she says that, she she wants you to know that things are gonna work out okay. She says you've been worried a lot about and it feels like health issues. Would you understand this?
Somewhat more of how the future was going to go and which direction.
Okay, because she says she makes me feel as though you're worried or you've been worried about some things, and it feels like it feels very physical to me, so it almost feels like you haven't been feeling 100% recently. Do you understand this?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So she's like,
Lung
"Well,"
issues here and there.
she said, "It'll be okay. It'll be okay." So she's there to reassure you. And you also have a brother in spirit, Trish?
No, I have a sister,
Do you have a sister in spirit? Okay,
but
because
she has a brother in spirit.
she does. Okay, because
Yes.
I just heard I'm with brother. I'm with brother. So I feel like they were close in life.
Very, very.
And so okay, that makes total sense because she's talking about being with brother. And your sister is in spirit. She's been gone a little bit longer, is that right?
He was
Or
about a
she
year,
so but your sister who has passed, is that right? Or is she still here?
5 years.
She's been gone. She's been gone longer than mom. Is this right?
Yes, yes.
Because I get the impression that the woman that you when you said sister, there was a woman that walked up and she said, "Well, I've been gone longer. I've been gone longer." Very similar issues, though. You would understand. I feel like there's some like depression or darkness that runs through your family, and it feels like it's a very similar energy to mom. You understand that piece? Um, but they're all together. They're all together, and I I feel like somebody's not talking to somebody or there's a disconnect in the family. Would you understand
Niece,
this? Like, "Oh, well, I'm not talking to him or I'm not talking to her." It feels it feels
everybody.
like I want to tell you specifically that it's okay. You don't have to feel obligated to talk to anyone. You just have to heal yourself and do your thing, not to worry whether or not, my mom would be so upset, or somebody be so mad at me. She's like, you got to take care of yourself, and it's okay if in this lifetime you don't make those connections. That's all right. You got to do what's right for you. So, but yes, well, thank you, Trish, for letting me connect with you tonight. Yeah,
Thank you
and
very much.
thanks for hopping on.
Thank you.
All right, take care. All right, you guys. So I'm going through my question. Dun, 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 dun. Lana can take this also. Is she short? Yeah, except for the age. Not 87. No. Can you say that again? I missed it. Sorry, Jen. It's too late. Just kidding. All right. So my next person is super interesting too. And this person, he reminds me of a bit of a cowboy. So he's very outdoorsy, and I do believe he has some sort of hat on. And this is kind of something that he wore all the time. I do also feel as though my passing, I feel almost like with his passing, it was expected and unexpected. So we knew he was sick, right? But he went very quickly. Because I feel like I'm here and I'm not. I do feel like this is possibly dad. He's got a beautiful smile. He's a little bit heavier set. He is he's like a cowboy. I just get this outdoorsy, likes to be outside. He's working outside. He he really enjoys his life. He really enjoys the solitude of being alone outside working. Um, he loves his wife. He loves his. I mean, he's just a really wonderful man. Can anybody take this? I kind of feel like I've got an F name, or a J name, that's associated with him. Possibly my dad. So I got a couple of dads. So let's see here. Anybody in the queue take this? No F or J though. Okay. It doesn't have to be his name, but it might be somebody that's associated with him. Could very well be John. So Mary Jana, can you take all of then yes. Okay. So Bird, you can take this. All right. So can you hop into the queue? As the queue full? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 3 spaces, so hop in there. I am in there as Robin. Okay, where are you? There you are. Okay. And let's also bring in Lauren, if you can hop on too. Let's see. Let's see. So keep listening, my Uncle Jeff. So we have 2. Now I'm going to keep going. And we have Mary Jana. Okay. Did she come in? All right. So how much can you take, Robin?
I can take all of it except for my dad's name wasn't a J or an F name. And he was older. He had a heart condition. We weren't necessarily expecting him to pass, but it was incredibly sudden.
Yeah, that's what it feels kind of like that. It feels like, yeah, we know he's going to go, but it just, when it did, it would happen really quickly. Do you have a J or an F associated around him?
Frank. Frank also passed away.
Okay. And is Frank related to your?
Frank is my mom's side grandmother's boyfriend, but they knew each other well.
Okay. Let's also get Mary Jana in here too. Let's see. Where is she?
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Good. Can you turn your camera on?
Oh yes, of course.
Oh,
Hi.
there you are. Perfect. Okay. So how much of this can you take?
My dad, he was ill at the end. It was expected, but unexpected that he died. It was quick.
Okay.
The cowboy, no, but he worked outside. He was in construction.
Okay.
His name was Ivan, but in English it's John. They called him John.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
And so so do you understand him to wear a hat? Either one of you, Robin, do you understand him to wear a hat?
My dad always wore a ball cap. He was
yeah.
always outside. He worked in construction,
Mm.
always working on something, always fixing something.
Okay, let me see
Yeah.
if we can get some more so we can narrow it down. Let's see
Mhm.
here. Oh, Lauren said she's having trouble getting in. So it says it's full. Really? I don't think it's full. Okay, let me tune in. So he talks about not being able to say goodbye. So there wasn't any closure here. So I
Yeah.
feel like I couldn't I wasn't there to say goodbye to, and I feel like I'm like it's just minutes, or like it's just happening and it's just minutes. Like I'm supposed to be there and I just miss it. Do you understand this?
Yeah.
Either one of you?
It was incredibly sudden.
Okay, so you wouldn't have had any warning at all. So
No.
okay, were you do you understand heading his way though to visit him?
Yes, I had just gotten married, and I had just come home from getting married. And I was at work that day, and I was supposed to go and see him
Okay,
and
because he says it was
my
just like
mom.
this, like you just missed him, or like you just
I got
like
a call while I was at work, and I had to go really quickly to my mom and dad's.
okay. Do you understand any of this, Mary Jana?
I do. Yes. Well, I didn't go visit him. My mom, my sister went the day before, and then he passed.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I'm with Robin.
Yeah.
Um, so let me stay here with Robin,
Perfect.
but stay tuned because yours might come through too. So
Okay. Thanks.
you're welcome.
Thanks.
All right. Let's see here. All right. So here's the thing that I feel like with him. First of all, he has the most endearing smile. So like, and he has such a he's very masculine and he's very much gentle too. Does this make sense for him?
Absolutely.
Because he's very in control, but he's also very gentle with his words and very gentle with his touch. Like he's just that old-fashioned kind of person. You would
Yes.
understand this. And he's all about ladies first, all about the respect for the opposite sex. Like he's really big on that. And he tells me that you would understand playing board games or playing chess with him, or playing, do you understand board games with him?
When we used to have family barbecues and stuff, we'd play like dice games or board games sometimes with the big family.
Do you understand him um like having a group of people that he would do this with, or like it was a part of his, like what he would do?
No.
Okay. So let me go back in because it's, if this doesn't make sense, because I'm seeing chess pieces. Oh, I lost her. Uh-oh. Where did she go? Okay, so what I'm going to say, I'm going to finish this up because I have him right here, and I feel like he's talking about the chess places or playing board games, especially. And I don't know what the reference is, and this could be the family barbecues and remembering that time with you together. But here's the thing: I almost feel like this not being able to say goodbye or not having closure at the end of his life was also very important for him, because it weighs heavy. That it weighs heavy on you. So I will leave you with that. He loves you. He's very proud of you, and he's with God. He says, I'm with God. It's almost like he's telling me he just like fell asleep and he was gone. So there was no pain, no suffering. It was just very, very quick and yet expected. Like I said, like he wasn't doing super great. So he was ready. He said, I was ready. I lived a good life. So I will leave Robin with that. That's okay. I know it happens. All right. So let's just do one more. And let's see who this is. So, okay, I have a younger person here. There's some sadness around this. There's some it feels tragic. It feels sad. I feel like this is, and I just get him a little bit closer here. I feel like I have a gentleman here who might possibly be in his 20s. He looks young to me. I do get a sense of him either accidentally overdosing or overdosing. And I do feel as though this also was pretty unexpected and tragic. And can anybody take this? And I would say he's got such a sweet sense of humor. Like he's a super funny kid, and has a loves music. Like I'm hearing lots of rock and roll music. I'm hearing I tell my mom. I mean, he wants to talk about his mom. Can anybody take this? I've got one, Lauren. Yes, yes, yes. And Lauren is the one that can't get into the studio, right? I don't know why. So I'm going to kick somebody from the studio, and let's get her in if we can. Lauren, can you, Kaza, can you post this again? Let me see here. Here it is. If you can get to that link and get on here, that would be wonderful. Are you there, Lauren? Lauren, is that you? Okay. Is that you, Lauren?
Yes.
Okay. Hello,
Hi.
Lauren. Is that you?
Yes.
So you would understand this for this young gentleman.
Yes.
And I almost feel like he's a bit shy
Yes.
because he's kind of standing back behind me, but wants to kind of come in, and that might have to do with the way he passed as well. But I'm really feeling an overdose. Like I'm really feeling a lot of drugs here. You would understand this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that he I don't know that that was on purpose.
Correct.
I think it was a, oh shoot kind of thing.
Mhm.
You and I are like 25 years old.
29.
29. He looks so young to me.
Mhm.
He tells me that that he was overcome very, very quickly with his addiction.
Mhm.
That it happened like unexpectedly, like he would be the last person that would be addicted to anything, and suddenly he's addicted. Do you understand this?
Mhm.
Because he says that he was only doing it for a short time,
Mhm.
or only doing it for a little bit of time.
Mhm.
He says that his mom is devastated, and I would, that's not news. I mean, that's everybody's mom would be devastated. But it feels as though this happened a few years ago. You would understand,
Mhm.
because he's talking about how she still talks to him,
Oh yeah.
and she's still connecting to him. Is this somebody that you're related to? Is this your brother?
No, but a brother like person to my husband. Yeah.
Okay, because it's like, oh, he's my brother. I just keep hearing, oh, he's my brother.
Mhm.
So he also talks about how he was actually in a pretty good place.
Mhm.
Like things were working out for him, or things were going pretty well for him
Mhm.
before he got involved with this.
Mhm.
I almost feel like there's also a woman that's here on earth that is also waiting for him, or also like he was in a relationship. Do you understand this?
Mhm.
And is there a small child also involved? Because I see children.
Mm-mm.
So hold on one second.
Mhm.
Someone just had a baby, or someone's having a baby now.
Mm, I don't know, but it's not me.
You're like, oh heavens,
Nope.
no.
Nope. Not me.
So he's talking about how he sees the new babies, or how he sees the new kids that are coming around the family. So check into that. Let me know. But
Okay.
because he's like, oh yeah, there's new ones, or there's new kids.
Mhm.
He's talking about how sorry he is, because people tried to get him to stop, or people tried to reach him to stop, and he says, I wanted to, but I couldn't, and he was doing it on the lowdown.
Mhm.
He wasn't telling anybody about it.
Mm-mm.
He was like hiding it from everyone, and then suddenly he's not here anymore. Do you understand this?
Mhm.
Um, and he's super cute. You would also
Mhm.
understand that? Like, if I was 29, I'd probably date him. Like, I think he's totally cute.
Very, very handsome.
And here's the thing. I feel like he's very intelligent, which is such
Very.
because I'm like seeing like computers and numbers, and I'm seeing like all the things, and like I said, he just doesn't fit the role. He doesn't fit the part.
Mhm.
There's some shame here involved with his passing.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of people, he said, that are still on earth here that are very mad at him
Mhm.
for like, why didn't you tell me?
Mhm.
Why didn't you let me help you?
Mhm.
And like, he says, please yell at me. He said, let it out. Please yell at me. I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
He says that my soul is at peace with God. I'm good. I'm good. Actually better than I've ever been.
Mhm.
And hopefully that brings you all some comfort. But there's just an apology here.
Thank you.
Yeah. And lots of love.
Mhm.
Lots of love for you. So spread the word. And thank you for letting me connect with you tonight.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And
Thank you.
take good care.
Thank you. You too.
All right. See you later.
Okay.
So yeah, that's that, guys. Now I'm gonna have you pick a number 1 to 4. I got 4 cards. 1 to 4. Shoot them out. We got a 3. Who put the 3 p.m. down? Kaza, is that you? Hide current comment. Okay, new comments. Oh, look at you guys. All the numbers coming in. Okay, 1 through 4. Heather, did I say hi to you? I haven't seen you for a long time. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Pamela. I didn't see you either. All right. Card number 1. Who picked number 1? Flexible. I love this card. So, by the way, I neglected to share what cards I have been using, and these are the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. She has the artist in here. She's just so good at this. Like, it's beautiful. Her drawings are beautiful. So flexible. So this is all about, this card shows up for people who could be very unmoving or unwilling to see another's point of view, or unwilling to make concessions or go with the flow. And this card is calling to you guys to, be a little bendy, be a little bit flexible in your opinions, and being a little bit flexible in your thoughts, and maybe open your mind up a little bit more to other things. And yeah, flexibility, mentally, physically. It could mean too, you just need to do some yoga. I don't know. All right. Sorry, I forgot what I was posting on. Yeah, Kaza, you're making me crazy. Oh, we got a spammer. Reading Intuitive Tarot. Kaza, can you boot him on out of here, or her, or whatever it is? All right. So clean it up. Card number 2 is clean it up. And this one, I love this one because so when our houses are really messy or trashed, I don't know about you guys, but I like my house to be pretty orderly because it makes my brains better, makes me feel better, and so I'm kind of neurotic about it. But also, this also calls you to also be maybe cleaning up your diet, cleaning up your thoughts, cleaning up your house, cleaning up, spring cleaning, getting some fresh new energy in your life, and maybe just changing things up. So cleaning things up. Number 3. Are we having a hard time getting him out of here? I can do it. Block user, delete comment. All right. So number 3, come to the edge. It's time to take some chances. It's time to push yourself a little bit more, push yourself out there, do things that scare you. It's time to come to the edge. So Spirit's got your back. So God's got your back. So you are protected. Take those chances. Card number 4. I like this one. It's probably my favorite. It's time for a nap. Yeah, I like it. So we should all just go lay down, take a nap. So this is all about really it's time to rest. It's time to take down oh my goodness, why are we doing that? Hide. I'm not sure why this person is such a spammer, but I'm on the edge, LOL. So yeah, so time for a nap. So this is a time, it's just kind of an indication that your body, your mind, and your heart just need to take a little bit of a break. So turn off the iPad, turn off the TV, just do some resting, some meditation, do some journaling, walk in nature, anything to rejuvenate yourself, anything to revive, rest, check in. Anyway. So I hope you guys enjoyed this evening. I super enjoy being with you, and I'll be back here, but not now. You're live. Yeah, I know. And night, not for long. I'm not going to be live for long. So thank you for joining me. I really love doing these with you, and I love doing readings, and I love helping people. So you're welcome. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday at 7:00 Mountain Time. All right. Take good care.